For the reading, my name is Jamie Tatiana Forfano Sorio, and I am a student of the fifth semester student and the UNAD. I hope you're very attentive of my analysis of the introduction to the didactics of mathematics. First step towards learning mathematics is to lose the fear due to prejudice about it. Most people consider mathematics as a very difficult and complex area of study, which they could never understand correctly. And this was because there was no good learning model. So the first thing is to lose the fear of learning mathematics and understand that isn't only about numbers and operations, but also about understanding problems and problem solving skills. And the first step also goes hand and hand the design of the appropriate learning strategy that allow using the student interesting of motivation for the generation and solution of mathematical problems, which will allow the student to be actually involved in the learning process and make it more effective. It is illogical to think that the first thing to know before teaching of mathematics class is probably that to know mathematics. Yes, this is true. It is necessary for the teacher to know and handle mathematical concepts easily and naturally. But it is also necessary to plan the class, to know what pedagogy is going to be used, establish, establish the subject matter and who this subject matter will be developed during the Therefore, it is necessary to prepare support materials, exercise, and different ways to solve them, as well as to think about the possible mistake that students may make, ask for opinions, and listen to other teachers and students, among others. Teachers then learn mathematics in the same way as any other person would learn, since the teacher must not only learn his or her whole comfortable way to develop a mathematical problem, but also know other possible and equally valid ways to get to the answer. Therefore, her or she must solve problems in different ways. Teacher learns mathematics by listening to the other people, whether they are other teachers or students, knowing what their difficulties were and who they think. And this gives an overview of the existence of different ways of thinking and learning, helping to solve possible doubts that students may have. Finally, a teacher learns mathematics by speaking in class, practicing in speaking on mathematics. In other words, they learn the incorporating mathematical language in the classroom and in everyday life, making mathematics a natural part of their lives and feeling comfortable with it. A teacher must not only be able to identify and enroll in solving a problem, but must be able to identify why the error was made, what the student did, or who the student found to arrive at an incorrect answer. This allows the teacher to know exactly what to correct and to explain the correct procedure. And when a student knows exactly with a way, his or her way of solving a problem is not correct, her or she has a logical reason not to make that mistake again and learn the correct procedure. Other mistakes that teachers make when they perceive that a student is wrong is to let them know in a rude or unkind way. These generations insecurities in the student and takes away the motivation to try again. Also, sometimes teachers focus on prodding or noting what went wrong and not what went right in the process, and so that mathematics becomes more of an obligation with fear of punishment than a learning process. The way in which the teacher understands mathematics and cares about his student really understanding it is one of the essential points in the process of learning mathematics. Differently, the teacher makes the difference between whether mathematics is learned or not. His attitude, his methodology, his pedagogy, the way he prepares a class, the material he uses, and so on gives the student tools for learning in a calm and healthy environment. Another essential point is the identification of errors and who solve them. It can also be named the approach of really real mathematical problems with interesting and useful application towards the student taking real values with results that are logical. In this way, students not only get a number of mathematical expressions as a result, but they are able to interpret what that result means physical or in real life. Interdisciplinary contributes to generation flexible thinking, develops and improves learning skills, facilitates learning, understanding, improves the ability to access a screen technology and improves skills to integrate similar contexts. I think some interdisciplinary is like a relationship between two or more disciplines that seek whether technology or reality, the teaching learning of mathematics of students in the third millions is not effective without interdisciplinary science what kind of learning with a proper articulation of the contents and rolling the links in process that are the objects of study interdisciplinary has become a basic aspect of the human attitude which is fundamental to achieve the essential purpose of education, and that is who we practice is that seen without realizing it. Yes, because it helps us to keep order of the accounting, having an advantage that is to know another language to be able to make contracts international. Thank you.